everybody, and welcome back to my channel for this Thursday morning, afternoon or evening across the world where you may be at. I just wanted to talk about how good things have been recently and how I've been feeling with regards to the week that I've just had. I'm still on a massive high of thinking about my week. Last week it's been absolute busy. It's busy, back to back busy. I've been out for the last 5 days straight, so it's actually been one thing, and so forth and so forth and so forth. And I just want to talk about it from an autistic perspective. As many of you know, I've had a really busy week last week. I've been doing a lot of going to live music concerts, as well as working with my local adult autism diagnostic service. Sorry, get my words out. I'm trying to think what to say. This video is completely non-scripted. I'm trying to do more non-scripted videos because you guys seem to like me doing the non-scripted videos. So I just want to talk about my week, what it's been like. I'm still kind of on cloud 9 because that week has just gone so quick. I've had so much support, so much fun, and the fact that my hometown has got promoted back into the Premier League, up in the town. So yeah, I'm super happy with that. The fact that Ipswich in general has been absolute buzzing. The environment's been absolute crazy. It's been so nice to see Ipswich back in the positive, seeing Ipswich people caring about each other and loving on each other and celebrating. There's been tears, there's been hugs, there's been flare signals going off, there's been the Ipswich Town bus going through the town, there's been people going out into the pubs and clubs celebrating. A lot of people went to the pubs and clubs to watch football on the TV who weren't able to get a ticket to the actual game. So, the atmosphere in Ipswich has just been electric. It's been very special to get us back in the Premier League after 22 years of not being in the Premier League. So, there's a lot of celebrations, there's been a lot of emotions, a lot of heightened emotions, and so that's been a really superb weekend last week. And then going to live music venues. So, I've had my friend Andy Otley, my friend Adam Thomas, and then my friend Connor, aka Freddie Mercury tribute, and I've just had the best week possible, celebrating with different people, seeing my family, seeing my best friend, because I can't forget to mention her. She's a rock to me as well. She's someone that I care about a lot, and I spend a lot of my time with her in general. But I just want to talk as from an autistic perspective. Sometimes I have that up feeling where I'm like super woohoo and everything's going good, and then you kind of get that medium sort of where you start diving down into the negative. But I don't want to turn this into a negative vlog, so I just want to talk about my week in general. The feeling that I'm still on cloud 9. I'm still delighted because after singing with Connor and being able to attend Andy Otley and seeing my friend Adam Thomas and promoting him and seeing him and supporting what he's trying to do in the area as an upcoming singer songwriter, and he's a very, very nice guy, and I've been supporting Adam now for about 2.5 years. But these last few weeks has made me realise what a special person being disabled is, being an autistic woman is, because a lot of the time my autism does limit me to what I can and can't do. It will often stop me with my anxiety or the negative thoughts in my head of going, oh, Jimmy, you'll just screw this up, why don't you just stay at home and not go? And, I've had to force myself out of that comfortable mindset and go, what, I am going to go, I am going to enjoy myself. I do have the right to go out and celebrate with people and support my local music artists, because by the end of the day, they support me as well as I support them. It's a two-way friendship, it's a two-way relationship. And I can't say a big enough thank you to my best friend. My best friend, she knows who she is. My friend Andy Otley, my dear friend Andy Otley. My dear friend Adam Thomas, and my dear friend Connor, the Freddie Mercury tribute, and everyone who is associated with them. They really take my autism on board. They really try to support me, And my best friend, obviously, again, I mention her again. My best friend is someone who meets up with me every week. We go out for our ladies' lunch. We go for a walk through our local town. We do a bit of shopping. And, without her support and her friendship, I probably wouldn't do as well as what I'm doing now, functioning-wise. I've had a lot of social engagement recently, a lot of sensory overwhelm. It's been very back to back to back to back to back, from event to event to event to event. And I haven't had chance really to recharge, apart from
yesterday and today. So, I literally had to let my body switch off, down compress, let myself de-stimulate, and let myself have a bit of time off, just not talking to people, let myself relax, let myself know it's okay to spend time caring about myself. And this is what is called sensory overwhelm, sensory burnout. This is what's called autistic burnout, and I want to show you what it is like. It means lack of sleep, aka the puffy eyes, as you can see here. My eyes are already quite puffy. So yeah, I haven't been sleeping too well because my body just doesn't seem to want to let me sleep. So that's been a downside of all the physical activity. I've been so tired, and literally my body doesn't know it's tired until I start feeling pain or exhaustion, which is kind of hitting in now. But yeah, I want to talk to you just about making sure how you involve autistic people with disabilities in general, in society. We need to get better at understanding their needs, their functioning levels, their anxiety, because me forcing myself to go out the last few days has really took some doing. I've had to convince her, Gemma, you'll be okay, you know who the people are, you're going to be safe, you like them, you support them, they know that they support you. And it is very, 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 very hard when you have a constant chronic anxiety in your head going, oh, you're just going to screw this up, Gemma, you're going to be an embarrassment, you're going to say the wrong thing, you're going to do the wrong thing, and you kind of get them negative thoughts just tick, 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 ticking away in your head. And sometimes it's really hard to overcome that when you feel like you're not good enough or you're weak and worthless. And and I know this is probably speaking to some of my trolls, sorry, but an autistic burnout, autistic sensory overwhelm is not fun when you've been out so much day after day after day after day and hitting your social limit and hitting my social energy limit. It's been very, very hard to do this video. I've tried filming this video now 3 times, and I've had to kind of stop, take a breather, and then try and do it again. So this now is the 3rd take, but hopefully I'm making a lot more sense on this one than the last couple that I tried to do. But I want to just show you what autistic sensory burnout is like, and the excitement, how it kind of gets me after a while. But I'm so blessed and so very grateful for the people who do support me and understand what my autism does to me when I've done so much social energy chit chat and what we call small talk, which I hate, but I try and do to function well and to function successfully. And I know some people have come at me about my dress sense, aka wearing shirts and whatever. My dress sense is what makes me feel comfortable. I wear things that are very thin and not like restrictive, because I like to be able to move around in what I'm wearing. So I wear a lot of thin shirts, or I wear a lot of blazers which keep me nice and warm and comfortable. So again, that's to do with my personal autism and my preference, because my body likes certain heavy pressure materials on my skin. It makes me feel safe, it makes me feel good. As you can see from the back here, I've got my summer dresses hanging up because I'm trying to pick which ones to wear tomorrow. Again, that's part of my autism. I like to have things planned in advance, what I'm going to wear for the next day or few days, to save me, again, sensory overwhelm and anxiety with regards to picking my outfits. I've been trying to help plan other videos with people. I'm due to do a podcast with my dear friend Woodshed Theory, aka Claire, on her channel, so that's upcoming. I'm really excited to be doing that with her once again and being part of her channel, talking about my autism, her autism on her channel. So that's going to be a really, really nice thing for me to do. Obviously I have done some BBC podcasts back in April. I did some podcasts for World Autism Week, which were an absolute blast, to do with the local BBC Radio Suffolk. So again, John Wright, I will give you a massive shout out. Thank you so much for having me do some work with you and promoting autism in the area and listening to my story, my experiences. It truly does help out a massive amount. But yeah, I just want to talk about my week, what it's been like. And tomorrow I'm going out with my best friend again. We do our Fridays ladies lunch, and then Sunday I'm going out to see Andy Otley. Whoop whoop. So that's going to be my week this week. I may vlog at the pub on Sunday because it's a new pub that I've never been to ever, considering it's a pub that it's literally about half an hour away from me. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I just thought I would talk to you about sensory overwhelm, anxiety, kind of the exhaustion of what it feels like to be
recovering from going out so much and kind of hitting my social function limit and the social anxiety side of it, which a lot of you guys don't see that. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one. Bye guys.